ready? You ready? Okay. Alrighty. Yes.
Are we live, yo?
We
It's been a
are.
while, guys. Hey! What has been exactly almost 3 weeks now?
Yeah, since the last one. You want to give your disclaimer, please?
Oh, hey, guys. My name is Biggie and I talk cock. But yo, listen, anything that we say on the show
Just opinion.
is just someone sharing their opinion, and no one is liable for what the next person say. Source in general is not liable for what I say or any of the guests say or what Amber say. This is just a place and a platform where people can share their ideas
thoughts,
and share their point of view, no matter what their point of view. Hitler had a point of view and people followed it even though it was fucked up.
You see why we do the disclaimer? Because
So yeah, I'm not saying I'm a dictator, but yeah, like don't worry.
Opinions.
We meeting for the first time. Imagine they tell you you're with Biggie. Yeah, you don't know me. Yeah, you don't know me. It's fine. Welcome, Chad.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, cold, bro.
Cold?
Other than that, I'm cool, and you?
Okay, this place is cold. But yeah, 'cause we trapping. We're trapping out here. Like this is definitely, if you don't
I'll
come
bring
here,
the heater next episode.
come out here with your cold ass, because
Yeah,
what the
bro.
stuff that flows out here is cold as hell. We found out some shit. We found out someone was with someone the week after they.
I heard about that.
It gets heated here. People just give it all. It's chill though.
Yeah, and this, if you're wondering, this I got beat.
Oh, you lost.
Yeah, I lost because I had a Musa.
He holds on to these grudges,
Can I-
so
can I-
be careful.
Can I swear? I just want to make sure.
Oh, yes,
that
yes, you
Sometimes it slips out.
No.
So I want to
I'll set the tone for you.
like, show it to you.
Yeah,
You can swear.
yeah. So this is from KNO. They gave KNO half points till he won. And then Nas, they were like, "How the fuck do you write in the dark?" Like it was my problem. She could write in the dark. Like what?
So
Suck
if
a
you do
dick in the
beat him,
dark?
he's gonna hold on to his grudge.
So the next episode,
He's gonna
something
be
like this is gonna happen.
Exactly. If you beat him, he's gonna be like, "This bro Chad is on here."
He came here and said it was cold, but it was still cut. You can swear. Puss. That's the word for the day. You can't say it, you can go for it, brother. It's gonna come out.
He's gonna wait for it to come out
later.
naturally.
But okay. By the end of this day, Chad will say puss. I woke up attracting money. Guys, I changed my fucking neurons in my brain. And if you're not thinking like I'm thinking, you're gonna stay broke. We're done being broke. Change your neurons, change your patterns, change your old fucking bad habits, guys.
Ooh.
The money's been calling me.
Oh,
Whole week I was a nurse and I was making money. Nigga! God damn.
oh my god.
Anyhow, brother, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
I'm Cam.
Cam.
Honey Bear Alma was like, yo, Chad needs to be. I was like, who the fuck is Chad? Every time I hear the Chad, I know all of the Chads and all of them catch on cock now. So it's like, you got another brother, let's get you on cock. Chad.
No, Chad, you
You know what I
good
mean?
boy.
No Chad.
Yeah.
This Chad's a good Chad.
No and Chad
This
just
is a
rhyme
good
together like, no Chad.
No, it's a good Chad.
Okay,
Tell
Chad.
us about yourself, Chad.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
him, prove to you you're a good boy.
Yo, good boy, Chad. But
My
welcome, brother.
girlfriend's here, so I'm not gonna lie. Bro.
Look, okay, he's only gonna put out 80% of the truth. My girlfriend said, "Hello, Chad's girlfriend. I hope you're good. We don't have a mic for you, but next time." Definitely, yeah, you should be here. Be like, no, Chad's still get cock. But how long have you guys been together? Just by the way, almost 3 years. God damn, man, like Chad.
Told you. I told you.
Yeah. That's fire, brother. Please tell us about you, bro. I'm curious. I know there's a lot of other people that's curious. We destroying the stereotype today. Not all Chads are bad.
Yeah.
Okay, man, like Chad. Let it up, brother. Where you from? What is it that you do? And clearly, if you're here, you are hard in what you do.
Yeah.
So, what is it, bro?
I'm from Lansdowne. I went to school with Amber and Logan. Tell us about that. How was it?
What, you guys in the same plot?
Now I'm younger than them.
Yeah. You were
7 years younger than Logan, I think. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I'm from Livingston. And
Livingston is a place?
It's
a
a
school.
school. It's
I'm from
our high
Lansdowne.
school.
Like,
Here's another, also Livingston here.
yeah.
Yeah, all of us, a lot of Livingstonians.
Are you a Livingstonian? Ethan?
No.
He's een grote skier niet.
He's a
He
groter
looks like it, bro. He
skiernian.
looks like it belongs in Kloof. You know, yours truly, like straight up. They will try you, brother. There, but yours truly. Oh, what's this? Here's wine. Gone. Ethan, I'm taking you with me to town, bro. I'm getting free pizza, dog. Definitely. And yours truly is wine. I don't know what is in that wine. Okay, so you were Livingstonian.
Yeah, I'm from Lansdowne, which is right here. What I do, so I'm a coordinator for Raw. Basically, it's a platform where we host up and coming artists, established, semi-established artists. We just had an event now.
There's your online event.
It was basically it wasn't online. So we host like live shows, like where people can come and act.
Yeah,
so basically, it started off as an open mic.
We went to one where you have like different types of like artists. It's not just music.
The Baxter.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen people on that lineup like crazy.
So we had
Was it the year before
for the
2019?
one that we had now. We had the lineup was there was everyone like up and coming guys, but some of the big guys,
The main
Nasty
guys,
C,
yeah.
Tellerman, Craig Lucas, Paxton, Andrew Fontaine, Anika Kiana, Gemini Major. Sorry if I forgot someone. Rowlene, obviously, she was the headliner for all the nights.
Was that thing that was recently?
Yeah, Raw presents Rowlene Experience.
Yes. Okay.
And
Okay.
the Nasty C was also like a young private thing before that, like a week or so before that. I'm not sure what you guys did. That.
Nah, I'm not sure about that. But he came and he was performing on one of the nights. There two
That
of the
was in the
nights.
theater.
It was in the theater, yeah, and it was
So you
like
did
virtual.
like a live
Yeah,
event?
it was live in the theater, and then we
Yeah.
had virtual as well, so it was
Yes,
streamed
yes,
as
yes,
well.
yes,
But
okay.
yeah, so that was a
Okay.
weekend.
Yeah.
So we threw over 100 shows. We've worked at the Baxter,
Different places.
at Inside on the Greens canvas.
Yeah. I've
various
been to the one
places.
at Inside in the Greens. Yeah.
And Raw
Yeah.
was at the inside of the
Real,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, and
So
I've heard
you've
of
been.
this before.
What is the main like point of it to like get the headlining acts to?
yeah. So basically, what we're doing is we have a platform, right? And then we wanna. So we didn't know of any other platforms like this, right? Where we
Yeah.
can get up and coming guys, like literally guys that are amateurs, right?
Yes.
You can literally go and you can be on the same lineup with established guys.
Yeah.
So you basically learning. You basically going there and you sharpening up your skills. You're trying out new
Yes.
material, but also you're getting that experience of working alongside like big
Somebody-
guys.
Yeah, exactly,
you know?
exactly. Seeing what the industry's top has to offer, what
Like-
their standard is
Exactly.
as well. Yeah.
Like Craig Lucas was seen at Raw.
yeah.
That's where one of the guys saw Craig Lucas basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So gave him that platform also a little bit exposure as well.
Like I work at Espresso and Afternoon Express as well, and most of the people that come there to perform, like I've seen them from Raw, like
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
like almost all.
They'd
guys
they'd
applied for
already
Espresso,
been on
right?
that.
So,
Man like that!
but
Yeah.
yeah.
ABC 3 bitches.
Okay.
So we think of it as a good thing, man, that we can provide this platform.
Definitely.
You know.
Definitely. Because
yeah.
also it gives, like you said, they build in the experience. The person gets to perform with a big artist, and it also shows them that they're not far off.
Oh yeah. Way
And
to
you
go,
also
yeah.
actually get to see how some of the big acts can't really even perform, and some of the amateur people outperform them. And then you're like, yo, this is crazy. So I know exactly what you're talking about because, like, I've been active in the game, and I've been in Cape Town per se, where a lot of people are like, no one in Cape Town wants to work together, and I'm like, you guys are talking cock.
Yeah, there are platforms who do want to.
Yeah, and I know like the Raw platform. I'm not even gonna lie. I saw it, and I even thought about it. Like, that's actually dope because I was really intrigued, and I was this close to being like abstract. Who's these people? Let me holler at them. And I was like, but Baxter, man.
You say abstract.
Yeah,
Oh, so
yeah, because they're so abstract on there. I saw.
abstract one of our homies as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Brad was on there once upon a time. One of the DJs I saw there was singing people, and I saw a youngster was there. So I've been actually seeing the thing, and the fact that you saying that you actually with it, I was like, oh, okay, that's wild. And like in the event space, seeing all of this stuff, right? Making it all happen, because a lot of people come on the night and they're like so amazed, and they're like, wow, this is so dope. But working behind the scenes and dealing with all of the pressures that come with that, because we know as much as you do on the day, you don't really have any control.
Yeah.
As much as you wanted to control exactly how it's supposed to go. How do you deal with the pressure of knowing I can do this and it might not hit the way that we want to hit it, and knowing that there was partners and people that put down the money?
So some of the things would be obviously having a good team, guys that take responsibility for their departments and stuff like that,
So accountability.
Yeah, of course. And then, but like, so I'm one of the coordinators. So for example, I'm making an example of the last event that we had now, Rowlene experience.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've
That
had...
one sold out, no?
Yeah. And then basically we had this thing where sometimes, artists come late or something happens, and then we need to like shuffle
Think
things
on the-
around
yeah, yeah, think
or,
on your feet, yeah.
come up with things. But basically like those guys are professional. They know what they're doing there. It's not just them practicing there. They know that there are eyes there that watch them. This is their craft. This is like,
It's
so they
their
experience.
profession,
And
it makes it easier for you guys to run when you know everybody's having that professional atmosphere.
exactly.
attitude,
And another thing, the reason why we moved it, the reason why we moved it to the theater was because we wanted to give the artists something to feel more like, to seem more professional.
Yeah.
We've done it a lot at like venues where there's people drinking and walking around, and then
and it takes away from their performance and
exactly. So with the theater, it's not that. It's very like,
we're coming here to watch you.
you can go out and you can go have your drink on the balcony, order your food, but
it's about the
when you
art.
come back, it's like it's a showcase actually of what's happening here. So you guys actually successfully managed to do a young High School Musical for a league.
How many shows did you say? 100?
Over 100
Yeah,
actually.
bro, that's a
Over
that's a
700
shit ton,
performers.
dude. Yeah.
You
That's
guys
a lot of
Raw
experience.
did over 100 events.
Yeah.
With over 700 performances.
So what do you clock a year? Like before COVID, obviously. How many were you doing a year? I mean,
Shows.
They were
Yeah.
doing like,
We're
I was
doing
missing one like almost every weekend.
Yeah, we
Sick
did
of it.
one.
Yeah.
We did every Wednesday. We were
every
doing a show.
Wednesday, That's a lot of work. It's a
And that was
flip.
2019, because then I saw the pink and then I saw the blue on the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cursive and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like,
And this is from 2016. We started 2016, and then so we've done all
Just
the shows
going through.
for that special
So
time.
we've been seeing like a lot of younger people these days, they don't want to go into more stable jobs. They want to do these like entrepreneurship, be your own boss kind of thing. Like, what do you think that movement is? Like, I mean, a lot of people you end up talking to, somebody's always starting something. Nobody wants to do like the lawyer or the accountant anymore. Those jobs aren't as desirable.
Appealing.
I mean, you're saying, I can imagine the amount of work you had to do to get those things from 2016 where it is to where it is now. It's not easy work. It's a lot more work than you would have probably done in these more stable jobs. Like, what are your opinions on this movement towards that?
So definitely you need to have a passion for it. Like, it can't just be something where you feel like you have time now, I'm gonna do it, or like it seems like a cool thing to do. Like, but
Like you're following a trend.
Yeah, you're chilling with us, but now. So
It's like the rap trend, no?
Yeah.
The rap trend in Cape Town.
I don't know.
But it is, though, no cap. Like, a lot of people gradually just wanted to become a rapper in Cape Town. And we've seen that spike, no cap, 2017. We're like, where the fuck is everyone coming from?
Yeah, now
You know
it's
what I
like
mean? Or
everybody you talk to is
Every
probably a
corner you
rapper.
turn, there's someone that's a rapper. And being in the event space and working with over 700 people, how do you consistently keep the quality there when it's so oversaturated of people that can't even do this stuff?
So basically, when we started, it was an open mic, and this is crazy because there were like people who would just come in, and then you had to like write your name down, and then like we give you a slot and whatever, and then you would perform. So we wouldn't know who it is. Like, you just basically come and talk. There was one night where guys were rapping about ganja, like the whole song was ganja. It was like crazy, bro. But what we do now is we have like a more structured way of doing it. So you audition.
Yeah.
So prior to the event, we give out posters, whatever. This is the event happening on this date. Audition for it. Like right now, we have an event coming up. in September, and it's called Fresh Faces. So basically, we have so many people on this on the platform, but a lot of the time it's kind of like the same guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because like so now what we're doing is we're trying to get people that have never been on the stage.
Yeah.
Right. Fresh
The
guys.
fresh faces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And but you audition, so you'd like send in a whatever
Little
clip
clip
through,
or
and we look
something.
at it, and it's
It's
not
just for your quality control kind of thing. Yeah.
And the thing about that, what we like is the fact that when you send it in, we might not like say, okay, cool, we can do it now.
Yeah, but there's
But
definitely
there's that next time, and it's
Yeah.
cool when they send something back next
you
time,
see
and
the
it's better.
improvement. Yeah. Okay.
Now that's
so
okay.
your database is also building
Yeah.
in the process of that happening.
Of course, and that's cool, man. Seeing the growth and
Yeah.
That's wild. Because like you were saying all of that, and I was thinking to myself, like, this sounds a lot like Raw could eventually evolve into a platform that becomes like a distributor. Because of all of the people and all of the interactions that you guys had.
Yeah.
Like that platform can go from stage to a place where this is where you find the new music and where you can actually see new artists and like all of the come up, because like you say, Fresh Faces is now a spin-off of what you guys have learned through like the Raw thing, right? As far as like, you know, like you say, you guys are doing everything in order to try to get to new people, right? But once there becomes that person that's basically known for being on the Raw stage, how do you then deny that person from per se coming into the new thing when they've kind of like built the following with you guys and also established themselves from your platform?
So this is just a Raw presents like new faces, just like the Rowlene experience was the Raw presents the Rowlene experience. So this is not something that's going to be like forever. It's not always going to be Raw face.
Yeah, you guys
Fresh
do a
faces.
whole like
Yeah.
every time
Like
a different
subsidies
theme kind.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'd like to have new people. We'd like to like see what's out. Like for example, I was telling Hannah recently that I actually want to go to schools and then like try to get people from schools, like what Logan did with Amber. So just go to schools and then try to like
Yeah,
get,
but the results
you know,
and support Arsenal.
And then get some talent. Thank you.
yeah, you know, because there's a lot of talent there, and the thing is like we have a lot of talent here in Cape Town, but
Yes.
we don't have enough
Platforms,
platforms.
yeah.
And another thing is funding. It's very tough in the industry also to get funding.
This is a high buy-in industry,
Yeah.
and it's not easy to get into. Having the talent is not really the ticket. You have to have a bit more than that these days. Yeah.
And even if you do get sponsored or something, it's always like the sponsors want more than like. Then, you know,
the
it's
relationship what
Yeah.
can get, because
But a lot of
So it's not
also
organic.
They also these newcomers to the industry don't understand how the business side works, and they get taken advantage a lot of the time. And I
Of
mean,
course, yeah.
you're saying, you know, you're working with these professionals. People don't wake up and they're not born with that professionalism. Like you'll see a lot of people have really raw talent and they come into it and the industry can take advantage of them, you know. So like it can be hectic.
It is,
you know?
yeah. But that's why things like this, like these podcasts are cool.
Yeah,
Because we need people that can
But
guide,
information,
you know? Yeah. Sorry to throw it also there, but Raw also has a podcast called the Raw Podcast.
Yeah.
Where also like we have like business people on and also
Yes.
like artists. So it's
To
just
share
also
that
to
business
Yeah.
perspective
Yeah.
in conjunction with
because
the
of
music
trying to
industry.
build the industry at the end
Exactly.
of the day, because you also want to
Yeah.
build industry professionals.
And
Because there's
yeah, of
nothing
course.
to build the industry, but if no one is professional and no one know how to conduct themselves in that
Yeah.
space,
That's true.
nothing is gonna happen.
because like you as a musician, you a brand.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to market yourself. You need to know how to work with money, how to, you know. So a lot of these artists, they're so talented, but they don't have that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
You
can
know,
make
on the
the
lockdown.
product, but they don't know how to sell it, how
Yeah.
to manage it, how to work it beyond
Yeah,
that.
because it's about, as much as you have talent, it's really about the superstar quality of that and how you can make people see, okay, this is who I am. And having done like over 100 events and stuff, right? What is the stuff that keeps you driven, bro? How do you become
Yeah, 'cause it's a lot
someone
of
like you
pressure. It's
when
a
you're
lot of
going
pressure.
through a lot of stuff? For me personally, knowing what happens behind the scenes with events and working with corporates and what they expect from you, and they're not even willing to meet you halfway, but they expect like your arm and your leg, but they're giving you a pinky. Like, how do you stay consistent, bro? How do you become this person that's 700 artists in and 100 events later, bro.
So it takes it back to what you asked about, like giving some advice for guys that want to become entrepreneurs and stuff. It's the passion that keeps you.
Yeah.
So you need to still be passionate. We never want to stop doing it. You know what I mean? So, and also the thing of seeing the growth, the personal growth in the artist. They've become family to us. Like I saw Seth and Michaela the other day, like 2 days ago at Expresso. Smoke is SA's champ, beatboxing champ, and Michaela Kleinsmith, great singer as well. And they just like ran up to me and hugged me and stuff like that. And because we're family, and that's what keeps you going.
Seeing
you know,
those little
Because you
sparks.
see where you're investing your time, it's growing so much more, and a lot of people are actually
Yeah.
thriving in the
Because
space.
And
there's
that's
a
what
lot
makes
of-
us want to keep
There's a lot of
growing.
negatives that come through when you're learning in this process. You bump your head a lot, especially in the professional industry. You know, you don't come in there waking up that professional. You've got to change little bits and learn, and as you go. So it can be a little bit disheartening to get those no's also. Like through that, you're just keeping to your passion and keeping like what your goals are. How do you stay goal orientated when you're always trying to change little bits to fit the industry or become more professional?
Yeah, so I wasn't a founder of Raw. So basically how Raw started was Keegan Williams, Chad Isaacs, and then Julian
another
and
Chad?
Lunga. Yeah, another Chad. He's worse. He's terrible.
It's a
You
terrible
stick the
jazz.
stereotype.
Yeah, he's the stereotype.
Okay,
And-
Chad the second.
Yeah, and then they set the perfect platform for Raw. But it's just now myself, Chad, Liam and Josh and Anna as well. And it's the thing is, you're always gonna knock your head, man. There's always gonna be, but that's the thing of like being in the industry. There's a good foundation, so you can't fall too far off. There's guys that can pick you up, guys that have been there, and the same
A
thing
good
for
support structure
yeah.
as well.
So as an up and coming artist as well, there are guys that have been there before. So you can always research, you can always go, and we need to have these more platforms like these as well, where people can, school, share information, school these up and coming guys, and you need to take risks in this industry, right? But let it be calculated, man. Have something where if it doesn't work, then let there at least be like a learning.
result.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's some form of result. So,
Definitely feel.
yeah, but I definitely think that there needs to be, if you have that passion and you need to get the business side also on lockdown, yeah.
So your podcast is also part of Raw, but it's more about sharing that information to like
And how
the
Raw is
fresher
basically
face.
Raw and what they've done and how they get the people in the network.
Yeah.
And this question I have for you as well. In the space where you guys are all about creativity and stuff like that, right? How do you deal with people that jumps on the bandwagon and then wants to take over and takes away from the vision initially that you guys had as a whole?
I don't do well with that. But that's why.
Because everybody doesn't share the same
Yeah.
vision, and it
Yeah.
does get.
But the other members in our team, they're very chilled about it because it has happened.
Yeah.
And I'm always the one that's like, pointing fingers and stuff. But then they make me understand that, listen, the goal is bigger than us.
Yeah.
It's about it's about laying the foundation for artists. It's about the
You gotta-
platform. The reason why
Yeah.
there's the platform.
Yeah.
So even if there's other platforms that's doing the same thing, the end result is that there's gonna be more platforms for these up and coming guys, up and coming artists to better themselves.
Yeah.
And that was the initial goal.
Exactly.
So it sees to it. Yeah, we were talking to somebody else also, and they were saying that the problem is that the industry isn't give and take here. So you do your thing well, but you don't want to share your knowledge and
Yes.
share what you're doing. So how do we build a whole industry if it's one person doing one thing? We need to have a whole industry to share around that. Yeah. But it
Yeah.
does. You get on your
It
feels
is,
also
but at the
sometimes.
beginning. But that's why
But
you need a
you
good
learn to
team,
learn,
man.
Yeah. You learn to live with it at the end of the day because you're like, okay, cool. It's like you say, once you really have a good team, you can really fall back and be like, okay, cool. This is the core fundamentals of how we operate. Let's go back to that. And like you say, like at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is really elevate people. So you're actually serving as much as you want to get to the next point. You always have to think about, is this going to be beneficial to not me, but the people that I'm trying to, that's not even here yet. So you're actually working with people that don't exist yet. Yeah? So that's cool in the, I like the ACE vibes. that kid you started to get from school.
Yeah.
My mind's telling me no. Bro, so, okay. like I get that. I've seen the Raw platform. You know, I understand a bit more about you. What I want to know is how long has it been a thing of coordinating events for you? Were you starting in as an event planner before you came to coordination?
Or did it
where
find
did the
you?
passion
Yeah.
come from? Yeah.
For me, coordinating, it's a random thing because I'm very like business orientated. Like for example, I have a clothing brand. A co-founder of a clothing brand called Baby Boy Urban Apparel. We also have a production company called Karstens Captures. I've worked as an assistant floor manager on Expresso, and where I learned a lot of things about coordinating, guest coordinating, and I started at Raw to running the visuals and getting that aspect. So I understood what Raw was about, and I understood what the actual what production quality is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From that.
Production standard
Yeah.
for those jobs, yeah.
And then from there, Raw changed. We took a structural change, and we wanted to do things more. I don't know what the right word is. Let me rather just say that we changed. And
Rebranding?
yeah, not rebranding, but kind of like yeah.
Diversifying?
Yeah, we went from basically from inside of the greens to that section, that's open plan where people can just come in and walk around
Yeah,
and
that ball
distract to
open,
more of a
yeah.
like a professional kind of thing.
Structured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from there, our business, Carstens Captures, the actual like
Production
the
side.
production company grew as well. So we got more people in that could do photography, videography, and then I decided that I'm going to leave the visuals and I'm going to go into coordinating.
Yeah.
And that was a better change and
A fit for you.
Yeah, it was. I
So
enjoy
basically,
that.
as you were going, you're just picking at the pieces that you've learned and what fits best
Yeah.
for you. Yeah. But that's how the media. Whenever people get into the media industry, it's never just like what you think it is. As you
Yeah.
get deeper
They're
into it, you're
always
like, oh
into
my
the stuff.
god, yeah. There's,
Yeah.
there's so
Because
much.
For me, it started with music. Before I was like, I actually like events, and then I was like, I actually like radio, and then I was like, you know what, I actually like a lot of shit.
I think people are a little scared when they go in. They have this clear set version of
So
it, but
this
when
is
they
what
go
they
in
want.
and things change, it's not a bad thing to have those changes
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
You know,
of
you're
course.
finding your
like,
footing.
like honestly speaking, like some people, if they quit rapping and still is in the music stuff,
Yeah.
there's so many stuff that they could do better and establish themselves way more.
Yeah.
You could always come back to the rapping again.
Yeah. Of
course.
Like that's not something that's
Like I mean,
gonna go
you're
away.
doing coordination for Raw, and then you've got a clothing line as well.
Yeah, and
So
he's-
what
he's
how
running
what were you
Espresso.
thinking about in diversifying with the clothing
SNBC3
line?
himself, yeah, bro.
So with the clothing brand, that helps is that we have photographers, we
Yeah.
have videographers, and designers within Carstens Captures, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have as a clothing brand, we don't need to get those people.
Because you already have another company that
Okay.
You
So
understand?
you just
All of
you
that
were
stuff,
playing
so-
on the strengths that you had there. Yeah. Okay.
And then we also have people that will be able to direct shoots
Yeah.
and all of those things.
Keeping
Just
it
all
in house
yourself
also.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also a camera operator at I don't know if I could say the place name. Yeah.
Our die
Racing.
pere al the bet money asses when they have all the pere secrets. As he could be rich, but he can't gamble at work. You know? But they don't know I know you, bro.
Hey, how you know about rich already, bro?
You see what I mean? A man can wear shorts and a hoodie is definitely rich. And take a girl from school. Nigga had a plan. Homeboy had a whole plan. But okay, I feel you, bro.
Like what I do is there's a lot of aspects to what I do, and the reason why is because I like what I do, right? But
Yeah.
also because in today's industry or economy and stuff, it's very difficult to only have like one.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
diversifying.
Yeah.
You want to diversify.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
that's something that up and coming, business people or the youth or whatever can also do. Because like the thing is, with COVID as well. So what if like I can't do, what if I can't be a camera operator anymore? Then guess what? I can do
This-
editing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I can
It doesn't
go.
cripple you in the one stream.
You know
it's
what I
You
cut
can be a
off.
booking agent
Yeah.
on top of that.
Yeah,
so you're not
so go and tighten up your skills. Go back, go to wherever YouTube, go
Yeah.
learn things.
Yeah.
open up your CV,
Yeah,
grow
your
basically.
skill set as well.
And
grow
it's
that
basically
skill set.
free. You don't need to go study.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
no, yeah. This
Yeah,
is the
that's
information editor. Yeah.
Exactly. If you have Wi-Fi, you could be Einstein.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Literally. Okay, so
Basically,
you're
yeah.
really saying is like find something that works and then monetize that, and then find the different
Yeah.
avenues
Stream
in that
as
business
well,
that
yeah.
makes it. So you become the chain of command at the end of the day. So you can
But like
run.
you're saying, having that good team also allows you to see you're not just
that's
at
very
one
important,
skill,
bro.
you're
That's very
at the
important,
team
yeah.
skill as well.
course.
What the value of the team is, it's sort of like exponential worth now
Yeah,
as well.
sure.
Yeah.
Facts. And a true team player generally wants to know what's happening with everyone so that you can also just up your skills. Because, like you say, you're in business, right? But you know for sure if you hire someone for a position, you know exactly what work they're going to be doing in that position.
Mm-hmm.
So irrespective of what they say, you'll know what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where a lot of other people would rather not have that skill and get someone else to do it, where you know you can be like, if I'm hiring an editor, I'm hiring an editor because I no longer can do it anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
And when the editor comes in, you'll be like, okay, but now use that and that and that.
Yeah, you know what's
You know,
happening.
and generally
yeah.
your business becomes a lot more because you're a lot more involved. You know what I mean? And I mean, 100 events in, you say you did production, you did clothing, you did everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, like, did this man even give people a chance to work?
You do everything.
Like, this by the horses, I'm like, that? Do you see your boyfriend? Okay, you guys work together, so you must see. She was like, you employ me, nigga.
Yeah. When she comes to me, then you work.
And other people's girlfriends don't work.
But that's the thing, you know. No,
You just
but
fuck
you
it up now.
you know,
Like,
you get.
your girlfriend don't work with you.
But it is you get so involved in this. It's not a 9 to 5. You're
Yeah.
always busy
Yeah.
all the time. Like you're saying, you can't just take on one skill set. There's more. So having time for leisure becomes like, oh, you have to like
Yeah.
sacrifice on that. So it's probably very helpful that you guys have the same sort of passion and in
So
that
you all
sense,
just have
you
the
know.
passion going around everywhere.
Yeah.
Passion fruit.
I mean, it
and
makes
memory.
you know because now the time you would have spent having to do that conversation with somebody else,
You
you
can do it
you're
with
lucky
your
enough
person.
to have
Yeah,
you know,
of
and
course.
I'm
Yeah.
sure the familiarity and knowing each other also helps, you know, have things go a bit faster. I mean,
Yeah.
with us sometimes it makes it worse, but most of the time it makes it go
No,
faster.
but the fact
Yeah.
is like your partner is gonna be the truest person in the room. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're never gonna want to hear, and you hate the fact that you have to hear it from someone that you care about or that cares about you. But
Sometimes
But it
they
hits
do
home.
true though.
Yeah, it hits
you know what I mean?
home.
You'd be like, in your mind, you'd be like, I knew that, but now the fact that you saying it, like, why you find a problem with me? But kind of like, yo, I knew that. You know
Oh,
what
you
I
cut
mean?
me deep. That's a button you got.
But I mean, like, I always say kudos to that. You know what I mean? And I fucks with that because, I mean, that is your person, but this is potentially your business partner as well, and you're working together, and you're like, at the end of the day, building an empire, because that knowledge that's getting passed down from the two of y'all to a lot of other people is something that can empower a lot of people, and like you say, this is what Raw is totally about, like empowering someone to the point where they're being inspired to be on a big stage with someone and actually find out like, yo, I can be there as well.
Yeah, and give
So-
them that self-sustainability.
Yeah, my
aspect
man's a
as
prophet,
well, yeah.
Chad.
Mahatma
Chad prophet. Yeah, man. Let's get this man
But a lot of
turban and
guests
a-
that we've been speaking to say that there's a culture in Cape Town of not wanting to share knowledge and not wanting to put on. But I mean, I don't even think that they would have known, or perhaps they heard about Ru, but that's insane. I mean, here we are thinking that Cape Town doesn't have it, and there are like-minded people out there. We just didn't make that connection or see these people or get it out there. There are people in Cape Town who do want the industry to grow and not just
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah, and not a lot of these people get to speak to each other. So shout out to you actually, bro, for actually pulling up, you know.
Yeah.
And I
It's very
know
admirable,
what's happening
yeah.
with the Raw thing. I was like, yo, this people's Baxter here. And I was like, this people's actually clever because they go to Baxter now, and there's
But
like
that's growth,
such a rich history there now. And the fact that they're having like performances on stage and spotlight, it was very reminiscent of like what was happening in the 90s with the District 6 and the Kenneth
Yeah.
26. And because when you say Baxter, people automatically think sold out. You know what I mean? And then people at Raw, and I was like, and then I saw the promo videos and everything leading up to that. I was like, there's so many people that's jumping on this thing.
But
Who the
the
fuck is
time
these
that you
people?
spent over, 100 shows you must have chipped away and polished at that, like learned so much along the way as you
Yeah.
went. It didn't come up about overnight kind of situation.
Yeah.
It is. There's a lot of work being put into it, like behind the scenes and stuff like
Yeah.
that by the team. Like for example, we have like 16 acts, where we go from like singers, dancers, beatboxers, comedians, rappers, poets, whatever.
Prostitutes.
Prostitutes. So
Okay.
whatever.
5
just
minutes
talent.
you have a set there,
If
bro.
that's your talent,
Yeah, we just pull up a mic stand and you go.
Just making the whole crowd wait here in front. It was an umbrella row. Sorry, but okay. Bullshit aside, though, bro. I'm saying what the fuck I want because I don't know you. Other people have been like, I need to watch what I say. But yo, no cap. I like the fact that there's, like she's saying, there's a lot of people in Cape Town that actually wants it to work, and people that's watching this, there's a lot of people in Cape Town that actually wants this industry to work. And speaking of work, what can we expect from you in the coming future, bro? In all of this COVID pandemic and all of this madness,
So
how is Raw gonna do it, and what is the plan? Give us the 411, bro.
So yeah, we're still busy shooting more episodes for our podcast. We have season 2 coming out. Season 2 is actually, we have 2 episodes out. We have Fresh Faces. Fresh Faces is going to be cool because it's
For all
new
of the
guys.
new talent that's trying to get there, how do
New
they
talent.
get there? Do
They can DM Raw on Instagram, on
Yeah.
Facebook. I don't have the WhatsApp number out of my head right now.
Yeah.
but all the
yeah,
socials, yeah, reach out.
It's
all to the
like-
socials.
Anna's, yeah, it's like you don't give that number.
All the socials,
DM,
yeah.
bro. And from there, they can give you all of the information, right?
Yeah, sorry man, what we were doing is, what we're going to do is we're doing a nationwide tour as well. As soon
Yeah.
as COVID opens up, we're going to East London.
Yeah.
We're finding a place in Josie. There's things happening there where we're taking the best from Cape Town, East London, Josie.
Okay. Giving them
around.
a national platform, yeah.
Because
Okay.
another thing is like what you mentioned earlier was there's a lot of people that they want to share content or share,
Their perspective,
Yeah.
their
Opportunities that they have.
information.
yeah. So there's like for example, there's like, let's say Raw, right? But Raw is gonna take you to just that. You're just gonna go to Raw and you're gonna perform,
Yeah.
right? And you're gonna sharpen up your skills, try new material. But there needs to be something bigger than that. We need corporate to chip in.
Yes.
We need record labels, even
Yeah.
people to scout, or I don't always want to say record labels,
Yeah.
but people
But
to
to
come
give
in
them
and
an
scout.
opportunity
Yeah.
beyond
Exactly.
that as
People
well.
with opportunities that have industry.
So you're
expertise,
looking at Raw as that middleman to take the
Yeah, of
young
course.
creative and connect them to this whole industry, and not just give them one stage, but an opportunity for more stages to come.
Because
Yeah.
ultimately what they have been doing is getting big acts and getting the people that people don't know,
Yeah.
and putting them on
Together,
one
yeah.
stage to show that there's actually talent no matter at what level you are seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we salute you guys for doing that.
Thank you, man.
I've now gotten like a full on thing with like Raw because I've always been wondering.
You're like
who's
stalking
this-
Raw, bro.
No,
Do you
'cause
hear
I
that
was like,
shit?
who's
He's
this-
like, and then you change
what
your
is this?
fonts, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what
I
the
was like-
fuck?
I was like, what's
Why are
this-
you remembering the
What's
font?
this bird thing with Raw and it's cursive?
Figure
and
out your
pink
late
and
night
blue?
stalking Raw.
No, because
Yeah.
it was like 2019. There was so many people on that, and that was one of the stuff.
But that just
was
shows the
super
impact that it's
consistent.
made. Yeah, that's
That's
Yeah.
the time when we
insane.
sold out the Baxter.
Yeah.
That night.
Yeah, because it was so consistent. There was one show where there was hella people on.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, is this people going to Grand West? Because it looked like a Grand West. But now we're going to lie. I was
Grand
like,
Arena.
whoa, this is hard. And I like the fact. And I finally get to see the people behind it. You know what I mean? And you're telling me what the actual aim is, which I'm loving it even more because, I mean, you guys are about bringing forward the culture in Cape Town and creating opportunities ultimately that's not there.
And I
And, we,
think
and we're
the
in NPO
profession-
also.
And you guys are an NPO.
But I
So-
was going to say the professionalism aspect I like, because I think that a lot of people in the spotlight like to talk about the hype, but they don't talk about the hard work behind the scenes. And that blinds the newcomer to what it actually is about. And it kind of,
Yeah.
a little bit of a trick, you see the hype and they go in acting like that. But it's actually a shit ton of work when the lights go off.
It
And
is
you,
a 100
yeah.
event.
It's insane. It must
Do you
have
know
been
how,
stupid.
bro, I'm not even lie. I did
Like sleepless
Like,
nights galore.
I did 10 events in the span of 4 years. Y'all niggas did 100 events. y'all did 10 times the amount of events. And that 10 events, I
And
was
I'm
like,
tired.
I was like, I will smack somebody if they come talk to me again right now. Not right now. And the type of shit that goes wild on the night, you'd be like, so many stuff that you have to adjust to right there and then, and the type of energy that you need to have to still feed that next person that type of inspiration that they need is a really hard job. So I commend you for doing that, and I commend your entire team for what you guys are doing. You have my support. I will.
Thank you.
From now on,
I will
retweet.
now like the post that I've been stalking.
Yeah, because I don't follow people.
He's gonna follow you now. Just watch. He's gonna be
Yeah.
like, I
We'll
accept
follow
you.
you. We'll follow you.
Nah, I will definitely retweet from now on. I understand what it's for. I'm not just gonna retweet something that is just for the sake of it. What am I?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
am I
of course.
promoting?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm
But no,
promoting
it's a
positive
good
change. I'm
idea.
promoting that nationwide tour.
Yeah.
If you go follow, DM those people. They're looking for new faces. They're looking for you. That's hard. They're looking for your talent. Guys, there's some guys out there, you guys don't have talent. Please don't.
There's
waste
auditions,
people's
so
time.
you'll know.
Yo, there was a guy, people get the vaccine. I was like, what? He's like sleeping on the beat. I was like, wow.
But like,
I've actually started listening to a lot of people's
Everybody
music
sees
now because they're like, yeah, check out my link. I'll be
Yeah.
like, okay. I even put out a post, let's work.
yeah, so Ro probably Ro probably has to get into that position where, like, truth be told, there is a standard. It's not just your talent is just your talent.
Yeah,
You
I
want to
need
put your
someone to filter my
poster on the
DMs,
fridge.
bro.
There is a standard to it,
Yeah.
as in the professionalism as well. You have to sharpen yourself as well. You know, you can't
Yeah.
just.
And
we're-
man, like Chad, from you personally, bro, what can we expect from you? Personal goals, and what are you personally planning? Besides getting married?
We
Damn. I'm not gonna throw that. I'm going to 5 weddings. We're getting you 3 girlfriends at yours truly, bro. We're getting married every week. Bro, don't worry. Getting me free pizzas for life, dog. Let's go.
So our clothing brand, we have a new line dropping in September. So that's something cool that we're coming up with. From me personally, just keeping on improving in all aspects, and trying to improve other people's experiences, within the entertainment industry. And
The Baby Boy Apparel is also on social media.
yeah, it is. You can find us on Instagram.
Baby
It's
Boy
basically
everything.
Baby Boy Apparel.
Yeah.
It's like something that I have on. Yeah.
They have a whole traction on here.
Yeah.
Smack a one. Listen, so Bravi, thank you very much for that. We are going to go into part 2 of it, but before we even go there, how does people find you? How do people slide in your DMs for work? And what is the avenues where we can basically see more of you?
Yeah, you can check me out on Instagram. It's Chad Karstens or LL Cool Chad.
I know. Fire.
OnlyFans.
With that panel, bro.
Yeah, he shows the inside of the pedal on OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's Baby Boy, but then there's a circle cut out there with a nipple and stuff. So no,
Yeah.
don't worry.
LinkedIn, Facebook. Yeah. Email me even.
You want
Yeah,
to work?
LL Cool Chat. And you're open to working with people? If people want to
Yeah,
bring
of
you
course.
on board for their events and stuff, are you open to stuff like that?
Of course.
Coordinating the events, helping people get there, okay, and getting through corporates. What is the rate that you're taking?
DM.
I'll have a
Yes,
strap
yes.
underneath here at the bottom. Find my details.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Banking details.
Fine as details.
Alright,
All right, guys. So
okey-dokey.
we're gonna take a young break. We're gonna come back to part 2, and hopefully someone goes home a loser again. Yeah.
Hopefully, I need one of them.
Let's go.